This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I am here in Carcassonne with my old friend Stefan Schwytz, who is joining us all the way from Lake Constantine in southern Germany. How are you today, sir?
What should I say? I mean, it's perfect, huh?
Now, you have visited the Languedoc upon many occasions. What have you found upon this trip that's really excited you or surprised you? And what kind of evolution have you seen since you first started tasting the wines of the Languedoc?
I think there's some different parts of the Languedoc that, they go to with a different speed. There are some AOCs, like Fitou, where I have the impression that they don't really, they stay at the same level for more than 10 years. And some of the growers, they're getting better, but the average is staying the same. And then there are some parts of the Languedoc that really are improving from year to year. For me, for example, it's the Terrasse du Larzac. This is a part of the Languedoc that's a little bit up the mountain, where you find wines that I really like. They're with a lot of minerality, that are really fresh, and the quality is just amazing. And every year I have the impression that it's getting a little better. Same as in Fougères. Maybe it's because I'm a guy that is really love not too much fruit in the wine, but fine and clear aromas, and not too strong on alcohol, and with a lot of minerality with schist. So the ground is quite heavy to work on, but that's how it's done. You know, it's hard work. In other regions, you have the impression that they are. On le fait comme ça. We do it like this for many years, and it will stay like this, and somebody will buy our wines.
Speaking of buying the wines, how are the wines of the region accepted in your part of Germany?
Well, there's two kinds of wines that for the normal market. You know, there are some freaks that are used to the region, but many people they're not, and there's a lot of can I say that? Bulkware? I mean,
yes,
it's really,
course,
really very cheap. Fitou, for example, you find a lot of wines with €3, €5 like this, that are, easy accessible, but it's not really a great wine or really a great drinking experience. And then there are some wines that are from the growers that are quite famous, like Gérard Bertrand, Paul Mars, and these persons that are, a little bit made more for the international market. You find them as well. And then there are the ones who concentrate especially on biological produced wines, biodynamic producers. And there are many in the Languedoc. And maybe it's because you see this weather, it's a lot easier to produce biological wines here than in many other parts of Europe. But they are really, for me, they are the really interesting ones because they know their terroir, they know the soil they are working with, they know the grapes that they're working with, and they know how to handle their wines.
Undoubtedly, this region is capable of producing wines that are fantastic value. But how do we manage to convince the consumer that the Languedoc is also capable of producing some truly great wines?
I think if you know the answer, you can tell me. I think this is really a real problem. We say the price-finding process. So
yes.
Which profile you put your wines in? Do you want to make it high-end, or were you going just a little bit lower than that? I think this is a problem where a lot of producers, they don't know where they want to go to, and for the market, they say, in other regions of France, it's much easier to say, okay, Bordeaux is like this, and but it's not. In Bordeaux, you find very cheap wines and high-priced wines with a low quality, and of course you also find wines with a fantastic quality. But I think the average level that people are willing to pay, that's the point. If you focus on the market, I don't know the Canadian dollar prices, but because you have the taxes that are much higher.
Yes.
But if you're onto a level of let's say €10. Somebody told me this is a lot more than 25 Canadian dollars.
Yes.
If you have it there, you find really, really great wines here, and I doubt you find really, really great wines in the Bordeaux area or in Burgundy for that price.
Now, many people, when they look at the Languedoc, they think well, I actually had someone joke on my Facebook wall just the other day that all of the wines taste the same because they're all made with similar blends to a certain degree. What are your thoughts on that, and are there any particular grape varietals that you see doing exceptionally well down here?
I think this is kind of a silly way of thinking. I mean, of course, you have a lot of Syrah, Grenache, Carignan, and Mourvèdre, but the different parts of the Languedoc, the different AOCs, they're using they focus on different parts of it. So in some of them you have a very big influence on the Grenache. Others you have more the Syrah and Carignan part, and there are so many other grapes that many people don't know. For example, in the La Clappe era, you have a lot of red wines, like always in this part, but there I have a white wine variety. It's called Bourboulenc. And this not many people know about, but this is so typical for the La Clappe region. And well, this is a unique thing, and I think they should more work with that. Of course, you can grow Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. You can grow it everywhere, and many other grapes that are international style. But this is not Languedoc. I mean, it's nothing to do with this region, and so.
Is there one grape that you find screams Languedoc to you more than any others?
No, because the typical grapes here are this combination.
Yes,
you
yeah.
always, in French they say monocépage, so you only have Syrah, 100%. Okay, but typical for the Languedoc is the combination and the working to find the equilibrium from Grenache, Carignan, Syrah, and Mourvèdre. For me, maybe it's the Mourvèdre that is a little bit underrated, and but this gives quite an interesting touch to many wines. And
what would you say Mourvèdre brings to a wine?
Well, depending on the wine grower,
Yes.
where he wants to go, it can bring a lot of freshness and of fruitiness inside. But well, I don't know why some other wine growers they give it a little bit of well, fresh peppers and not the green stuff, but you know, the little black
Black pepper. Yes, yeah, most
black peppers
definitely.
Well, I'm a Grenachiste. I mean, I really adore the Grenache, and I think this region is almost perfect for growing Grenache.
Well, Stefan, thank you very much for joining us at Good Food Revolution today. It's fantastic to see you again, and we look forward to seeing you at some point somewhere else in the world, if not here in Languedoc again.
Cheers.
Bye for now.
Thank you.